Hello again. I was able to find some H-case cars at a couple local Walmarts. Now, due to some traveling that I had to do, I've been able to stop at about 10 different Walmarts in the last few days. I've only found the H-case in 3 Walmarts. Each of the 3 Walmarts only had 1 case of H-code cars, and I was not the first to get to any of them, but I was able to get some of the cars. There's still a few cars I'm looking for. I'm looking for the '62 Corvette, which is the super treasure hunt for this case. I'd like to find the super and the non-super, but just the non-super would be fine. There's a motorcycle that I'm looking for that's new for 2013 in this case, as well as a gold version of the Gasser. There's a new version of the Cool Combi and the Star Trek Enterprise ship. Those are the cars that I have yet to be able to find. I've pretty much found everything else that I'm looking for in this case, but as I said, they're not very widespread. So eventually, I think I'll be able to track those things down. Let's get started. Here's the first car I'm going to show you. It's the F Racer. This thing's pretty cool in blue. It's a nice looking vehicle. It's been released before though, so nothing too special there. Next up is the Surfin' School Bus. This thing is pretty sweet looking. I really like this one. The light blue, nice decos there on the side, translucent yellow fenders and yellow tires. I'm guessing a lot of people are going to hate this one, but I think it's fun. I'll probably pick up another one if I can find it. Here's a recolor of the 5-alarm. It's in yellow. This is one of my favorite models. I like the fire truck. This is a pretty nice looking fire truck here. Here we have a car that's new for 2013. This is the Speed Box. It's a plastic top. It has this big giant sunroof in it. That's a pretty neat little model. I won't be buying more than one, but it is pretty cool to have in the collection. Next up is a recolor of the '69 Chevelle Ss 396. This is a pretty sweet looking car. I like it in red. I believe the last one's black with blue flames, but I'm not entirely sure. But that one's pretty cool. Up next is a fantasy car. This is the Ratmobile. This is definitely a recolor. I think the last one was red and purple or something like that. I don't really remember. I just picked this up because it's an H-case car. I'll probably be giving this one to my little nephew or something. It's not really one of my favorites. Up next is a recolor of the '80s Corvette. This is a nice dark green. It's got a smoke-colored windshield, green decos. The interior is green. This one's one of my favorites. I picked up both of these that I was able to find. I just love the green, and I love this car, so definitely a favorite of mine. Up next is the Minion Pig from Angry Birds. Again, I just picked this one up for my nephew. He's a big Angry Birds fan, so I thought he would appreciate this. But it is indeed H-case code. I don't remember the last time we saw this. At some point, maybe around Christmas. So be on the lookout for that. I saw a couple Redbirds as well, but I didn't pick those up. I'll leave those for someone else. There's a recolor of the Renin Rig. I like it in white. It was previously in blue. Team Hot Wheels decos on there. Pretty sweet looking car. Up next, I have one that I just picked up because it was green. As I've mentioned, I like green, and I have picked up cars just because they're green before. This is retroactive. As you can see, the tires are look like they are glow in the dark, and they do indeed glow in the dark. I tested this out before I made the video. So that's glow in the dark tires. Makes this a pretty sweet model. Fun for the kids to play with, and maybe even run down the track in the dark one time and check out the wheels. Up next is another fantasy car. This is the Dragon Blaster. I actually like this one. This is a pretty cool car. I like the colors, the bright red and the yellow with the translucent yellow wings. This is, yeah, I like this one. It's pretty sweet. Won't be buying more than one though. Alright, up next is 70 Chevelle Ss. Now, this one is a little tricky. When I first picked this thing up, I thought I was looking at this. When I first walked to the pegs, I thought I was looking at this. This is the Fast Fish treasure hunt from the D case. As you can see, they're very similar. From a distance they look a lot alike, but when you get them side by side, they're obviously different. But this Chevelle here is also new for 2013. I really like this one. I'm probably going to pick up a couple of these just because it is awesome. It's a great casting. I like the color. I like the decos, and I like that it matches the Fast Fish. I wonder if they will be releasing more that look like this. I'm not sure. I guess I'll have to just wait and see. Now up next is a strange find. I couldn't find the Star Trek car. Couldn't find the motorcycle, the cool combi, the 62 Corvette, or the gasser, but I was able to find the treasure hunt. This is the prototype H24. This is the H-case treasure hunt. As you can see, it's got the treasure hunt logo there on the side, and underneath the car it has the text. I don't know if we can see it in the video, but it is definitely there. You can't see it, I don't think, but it's definitely there. Something interesting about this car, this was in a dump bin with a lot of the other H-case cars that I found, and someone either didn't know what they were looking for or they just left it because they didn't like it. But I like this car. I think it's a very nice casting. I like the blue and some Hot Wheels on there. But something interesting is this car was released in 2012. It's very similar, blue, red, and white. I mean, obviously they're different, but they're just very, very similar. And another thing I discovered while looking at these two is that they're both out of the H case. Now, whether that was something Mattel planned, I don't know. Just kind of something that's kind of cool. But either way, there's your treasure hunt. So if you're a treasure hunt collector or just like this car, be sure to look for this. I know that a lot of people are going to be going for the Star Trek car and the cool combi, or Star Trek spaceship and the cool combi. So some of these might get left behind. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Alright, up next, that was all I have for the H-case cars. Now, the Walmarts also had G and F case dump bins, and I found some good stuff in there, so I'll share that with you. There's the 64 Lincoln Continental treasure hunt out of the F case, I believe. Yes, F case. Now there was 3 of those in the dump bin. I also found the G case treasure hunt, the Stingrod 2. But there wasn't just one of those either. There was 5 of those. So I picked those up. And then I found something super. This is the F-Case Super Treasure Hunt. It's the 64 Buick Riviera. And I already found one of these at Target, so I did a pretty nice in-depth comparison in that video for when I found that one. But I definitely like this car. The tires on this thing are awesome. I like the decas. Nice shade of purple. All around it's just a great looking car. But that wasn't the last thing that I found. Now these all came out of one dump bin in one Walmart. And here's the one that I consider to be the Holy Grail. It's the, well, Holy Grail to find. This is the treasure hunt Boneshaker. I looked really hard for this. I really hope to find it. I was almost ready to buy one off eBay for like $25. And so I'm very glad that I was able to find this thing. It's got huge real riders on it. Like, I like these tires a lot. I like the coloration of this a lot. This is just a great, great model. Boneshaker is one of my favorites anyways, so that might be part of why I like this so much. But since this is the first one of these that I've found, I'll go ahead and do a comparison. Here's the regular Boneshaker. Now right off the bat, you can see that the treasure hunt version says treasure hunt, and the regular one just says Boneshaker. Obviously the paint is different. The tires, the real riders on the treasure hunt, regular tires on the standard car. The only difference really in the decos is this one has, the treasure hunt has TH in a little extra there on top. and then obviously the side's different text, but not really too much different on the decos with this one. But I still like this thing. I'm probably going to end up opening up this treasure hunt though, because the card is creased there on the corner, so there's really no sense in saving it. Let's open it up, play with it, and check it out. I'll probably post a video when I do decide to do that, so be on the lookout for that. Well, that's it. That's all for my H-case finds. If I end up finding the ones I'm looking for, I'll probably do another quick video about those. If I find any more treasure hunts, I'll do another quick video about those as well. Thanks for watching. Check out my website, diecastic.com.